Tensions are running high on the Korean peninsula. South Korea, the United States and Japan will stage joint naval missile defense exercises today, as the U.S. and South Korea also kicked off a 12-day Air Force drill separately earlier today. Now let's go to our correspondent Jack Barton in Seoul. Jack, a lot of drills are going on. What do you know about these drills?
A lot of drills, and Japan playing a bigger role in these drills for the first time in a few years because of course relations between Tokyo and Seoul absolutely plummeted under the previous government. The current president Yoon Suk-yeol has been trying to fix relations. One of the ways he's managed to do that is to get these military exercises involving Japan, the United States and South Korea back up and running. So these exercises did used to happen in the past, but they certainly haven't happened for the past few years. And what we've got is 3 Aegis equipped, so with advanced radar system, ships, destroyers out there practicing tracking ballistic missiles. And this was announced after that intercontinental ballistic missile that had solid fuel was launched last week, and soon after that they announced they would be conducting these exercises, but they're also very much aimed at trying to detect submarine fired missiles, so smaller missiles but also solid fuel, and of course very mobile and hard to detect. Also going on at the moment is 2+2 talks here in Seoul between Japan and South Korea with various senior officials here looking at ways they can further deepen cooperation even beyond these military exercises when dealing with the tensions on the peninsula. And of course we've got the other big exercises on at the moment between South Korea and the United States in the air, involving about 110 aircraft from fighters, fighter bombers, even stealth bombers, and that's really drilling sort of operations that would counter an attack, so going on the offensive and assisting or even delivering weapon systems into the DPRK. So yeah, as you say, a lot going on at the moment amid these rising tensions.
Now, Jack, clearly these drills are going to increase tensions.
Yeah, well, you know, it's sort of a spiral at the moment. It's hard to tell who's feeding into who. We had a pause in the drill since 2017 to give peace talks a chance to go ahead. They, of course, didn't work out. Since then, the DPRK, or Kim Jong-un himself, has said there will be no further negotiations. They've enshrined the nuclear arsenal into law. Last year, the law was also changed to make it possible for the DPRK to go on a preemptive attack. So not just to respond to an attack, but actually launch an attack preemptively, which caused alarm bells to ring here. And we had recent comments from Kim Jong-un telling the army to prepare for war. And of course, everybody hopes that's a bluff or just strong talk, you know, to show that the DPRK is serious about defense. But it has certainly led to that and the record number of missile tests, of course, by the DPRK to this. What we're seeing is just so many military exercises going on again, not just between the United States and South Korea, but now with Japan involved as well. And in turn, you know, more missile tests from the DPRK. I think the one thing, the red line that everyone would consider to be the red line, would be another nuclear test by the DPRK. And we know the Pyongyang test site has been fixed up again, but we haven't seen that test. But the question is, how many missiles capable of delivering a nuclear weapon will be tested before another nuclear weapon has been could be tested? And President Yoon has made it clear that would be a red line, and he's warned that South Korea will either try to acquire nuclear weapons from the United States or potentially even develop its own nuclear weapons if that test goes ahead. So yeah, at the moment we are in this spiraling situation, but if there is a nuclear test, I think it's fair to say that the situation could get a whole lot more tense than it is right now.
Jack, thank you for keeping an eye on all those developments.